So I thought I'd do an update. I haven't done one for a while now because eventually we'll be doing like a little podcast sort of thing. I had my EMDR therapy yesterday, and it was different. It was quite a strange thing because it was quite difficult in many ways because of having to look back into like my bad experiences I had when I was in hospital, and what the EMDR does is you track a light and it goes left to right, and then you pause it while you're thinking of a certain situation that you're involved in, and then you talk about that the exact experience there, and then like emotions, and how you describe what's actually going on. Then you move along, you start it again, and then it's the same. You do it a couple of times through the process, and then at certain points you get to a point where you can say out your feelings. Like if you have a outburst of rage, just shout it out, or just say something that'll comfort you in a way. A release of like a build up of, because you have a build up of like feeling of anger or hurt or different emotions involved, and it was strange as well because when I was going through it, I was having the feelings of like I wanted to faint. I was like that thing where you kind of, because it's like you using, well, for me it was all my left side of my brain. I was feeling like heavy and stuff, like my chest was on my fingertips. Excuse me. Still got this cold thing. And sorry. So the fingertips, even like with my feet and so on, it was a strange, yeah. Before you even get to that high buzz sound, before you feel like you're going to collapse, I don't know if it was a case of like being tired and not well and everything while doing this EMDR, but it was also a thing as well as why I had the anxiety about it because of like knowing that I'm having to relive some of like the experience I had. But I did it. I didn't fully do it for the first time of it. It was, let's say, it's work in progress. I've got like so many different sessions, I was trying to say, to go through it. But I'm taking it as positive. I did. It was interesting as well because near the end, she was like trying to like put me back into a positive sort of state. So she, the therapist, she was like getting me to remember a certain place in my life where a certain area, and so I remembered when I was growing up as a little boy, in Inverness, we were in like a ferry sort of area. So they have like a North Pier part of it, and so it's known as North Pier, and you'd have like Stony Beach. You'd have you'd be able to look out at the sea, and like you get the Keswick Bridge, like that big massive bridge. And if you look closely and you see all the dolphins and so on, which is very, very cool for me when I was a kid, because you know what's not to love about seeing dolphins, just like a natural, it's not TV, put it that way. And so it was strange as well because it was like, because it's saying like think of the smells, because you can look at a memory, you don't think, you don't think about asking yourself to smell a certain thing, or like, so it was it's amazing how much you miss when you're growing up. you take it for granted for what you see in that, but then when you look back at the past and you think, oh, that was nice, I remember that as a kid, that was, you know, fond memories. Not all my memories as a kid was fond, but you know, that was my little play area, if you like, growing up in Scotland. But anyway, I thought I'd just give an update and so on, and you know, that positive at the moment, just keeping positive. Yeah, thanks for listening. Maybe more soon. Take care.